Sixth graders, in our lesson today we're going to review how to add and subtract whole numbers, and we're going to use estimation to help us. This is from page 12 in your assignment, or in your textbook, okay? So, let's say that we have a problem like on page 12, and in this it says, let's subtract two caves in Kentucky are among the longest caves in the United States. Have you ever been cave exploring? No. Spelunking, it's called?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Spelunking is exploring caves. And in this problem it says, how many meters long is Mammoth Cave? How many more meters long is Mammoth Cave than Fisher Ridge Cave system? Both caves are in Kentucky, and it lists the lengths for you. In meters, it's Mammoth Cave is 571,000. Write this number down. 571,317. And the other cave is 158,310. Whenever you are asked to compare, comparing numbers involves subtraction, finding the difference. Okay? So if you were going to compare the two, you would have to subtract these two numbers. How do you subtract them? What's one thing you have to remember when you're subtracting? Adding or subtracting, I should say. Johnny? Place value. And what should we do with the place values?
Well, don't you borrow them?
Well, we have to make sure that they are what? Place values. Lined up, exactly. You have to make sure that you line up the place values because you have to subtract ones from ones and tens from tens, hundreds from hundreds, and so on. Then what Matt was talking about was regrouping. Sometimes you won't have enough of a number, enough of it in that place, and so you have to regroup the number. You have to borrow from or take from the bigger place and add it to a smaller place. So in this example, we have 7 ones, take away 0, so we have enough. 110 minus 1 is 0. 300 minus 3 is 0. 1,000 minus 8 thousandths. It's not enough, is it? If you have 1,000, 1 in the thousandths place, you can't take away 8. So, Hillary? Right, we go to the 7, because the 7 10,000ths. We're going to take away a 10,000, so we have 6 remaining, and give that 10,000 to the thousands place. So we have a total of 11 thousandths in the thousands place. Okay, that's why you, when you're learning this in second grade and in other grades, that's why you cross off that number and write the new number above it, so you know how many you have in that place in the number. Then we can take away 8. 11 thousandths take away 8 thousandths. It's 3 thousandths. 6 10,000ths, or 60,000, take away 50,000 is 1. 6 10,000s, take away 5 10,000s. Yes?
You forgot to put like the comma.
Oh, I will do that at the end. You should always put the commas in at the end.
Oh, I
Okay.
always put it before I did the other number because I want to get. ready.
Yeah, the thing is with doing that is you might think of it as a 1. You might mix that up and think of it as the number 1, okay? So be careful when you're doing that. 5, take away 1 is 4. So 413,000, always start at the right and count in when you're putting in the comma. And then always circle your answer when doing homework and when you're doing this, this kind of math, when you're doing computation, okay? So one of the keys, again, is to line up the, what? Class, line up the place values. And then make sure that you have enough in the place in order to subtract. Okay? Now, when you're doing your homework, it asks you to estimate or use inverse operations to check. What I'm going to have you do is, instead of using inverse operations, I'm just going to have you estimate. Okay? Because that's a better method of checking. So, go to number 8. Or let's see. No, let's do number 7.
In our assignment?
In your assignment, because this is one of your assignments. Number 7, 74,000 minus 489. Notice how I lined up the place. 489. It's really important that you line those up. Then, what I want you to do after you copy the problem is to write the estimate next to it. So you're going to write the estimate over here. And let's say that you round this to 74,000 minus 500 using front-end estimation.
Wait.
Oops, I didn't line that up very well. Okay. Yes, Matt?
Can't. I thought we were supposed to round it to 70,000.
Well, since you're not taking away anything from the 74, the 4, you can just leave it as 74 and get a really closer estimate.
Okay.
If you take away 500 from 74,000, how much are you going to have left? 73,500, right? You're going to take away a 500. $500 less is then 73,500. So using front-end estimation, only take away, you only need to round one of the numbers in order to do a good estimate and to get a close answer. Right? If you rounded this to 70, you're still just taking away 500. Why not just leave it at 74,000 and take away 500? Okay? So this is our estimate. Circle that. Circle that. I'm seeing some of you not on task. Circle that. And then go to the actual answer. And notice that we don't have any in the first 3 places. 0, 1, 0, 10, 0, hundreds. We're going to have to regroup this number and rewrite it. Okay? So, there we go. So, we have to take away 4, or take away 1,000, so we have 3,000 left. And then that gives 10 here. But then we have to take away 1 from the hundreds and put that 10 there. And then take away 1 from the tens and give it 10 ones. Okay? We're still doing the same process. Take 1 away, give the place behind it 10 more. But then we got to take 1 and give the place behind it 10. Then take 1 and give the place behind it 10. And whenever you have a really big number you have to subtract, you have to keep doing that until you have enough in each of the places in order to subtract. Okay? Alright, Johnny and then Olivia.
Okay, so with the number 7, to find the exact answer, since we did the rounding, we rounded it up by 11. You can just add 11 to 73,500.
Yes, for this one that works. Yep. Yep. But in order to practice the process of regrouping, because you're going to have to do that for other numbers, you also need to know how to do this. Okay? Olivia.
I thought you subtract right to left, not left to right.
You do subtract right to left, but when you are regrouping, you regroup left to right in order to, because if we have 0 tens, okay, then we can't give any ones. We don't have any tens in order to give to the ones place.
Why can't you do it right to left? Or no?
Right to left. You have to go to the 4 because that's the first place where you have numbers that you can regroup. So you have 4 thousands, right?
Yeah.
Do we have any hundreds yet? Not until we take away one of the thousands and give it to the hundreds place. Once you give it to the hundreds place, then you can take away, Matt, show me slant. Then you can take away one of the hundreds and give it to the tens, and then take away one of the tens and give it to the ones. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now when you're ready to subtract, then you go from right to left. So 1, 1, 5, 3, 7. And circle it. Raiden,
What numbers are we doing?
do you have a question about this one?
No.
Okay, I'm going to give you the assignment a little bit. Okay? So just make sure you follow along. Hillary?
So why would you, right there's the real answer, but why did we do the estimate answer? But like, I'm confused why we did both.
Well, the directions say to do both for one, and for the other, it's good to practice estimating because it helps you to check yourself when you get to the actual answer. So you have to do both when you're doing the test. Okay? You're going to have to do both when you do the test. Bennett.
So what's the assignment?
I'm going to give you the assignment. Okay? Here's what I want you to do. Starting with number 7, do 7 through 23 odds. 7 through 23 odds. Okay?